What is up, guys? So I got the request to do a full speed camera comparison, and we're going to check out these speakers at the end of the iPhone 13 Pro, the Galaxy S21 Ultra, and then the Pixel 6 Pro. These are all premium flagship phones that are really a beast in their own right. They all have actually very unique things about them that make them better than the other one. But today we're just going to be checking out the side-by-side speed, and I was really impressed with the Pixel 6 Pro speed. I'm telling you, this is still my go-to camera, but I'll let you guys decide which one you guys like the most. I still think this is the best camera this year. So let's go ahead and get a boot up here. Let's see if I can get this correctly. Is this the button? It's right here. All right, 3, 2, 1. All right, I got it. See which one gets in here first. Pixel 6. We're in iPhone. And then we have the S21. Maybe the S21 matches the iPhone if it wasn't a stupid Verizon logo. Alright, let's talk about getting into your phone and the overall speed of the experience of doing that. I'm going to automatically give that to the S21 Ultra. Why? Because it has Face Unlock and it has the fastest fingerprint scanner. So the Pixel for right now only has the fingerprint scanner, and it's not quite that fast. Like, it's accurate and it works, but it's one of those ones that you have to kind of hold down, which I understand because I believe this is Google's first in-display fingerprint sensor, so we got to give them a pass on that. But the S21 Ultra, super fast. It's one of those like ones that you just tap. And also, like I said, you have Face Unlock. I would say the iPhone would be kind of second, I guess, because of the Face ID it works extremely well at nighttime. Sometimes just Android in general, it just won't work as good as at nighttime like the Face ID, and I believe the Face ID is more secure. But again, Apple only has one implementation. You don't have Touch ID in the power button or anywhere else under the display, so I think it's getting in faster depending on your situation because you might have a mask on, blah blah blah. So S21 Ultra definitely wins in the biometrics category to me. Now here are the scores that we're getting from Geekbench. iPhone coming in first with the Apple A15 chip, 6 gigs of RAM. Then we have the S21 Ultra coming in second, and that has 12 gigs of RAM, and it's running Android 11. I don't have the 12 update on this Verizon version yet. And then we have the Pixel 6 Pro coming in third here with Android 12 here. Now, all of these phones have 120 Hz displays. They are extremely silky smooth, so the experience on these flagships is just awesome as far as scrolling and swiping. It is just a silky, nice, smooth experience. You really can't tell the difference with the display scrolling and stuff like that. It's just awesome how fast these phones feel. Alright, so let's go ahead and launch some applications. Let's go ahead and see if we can see that Geekbench score translate into some app opening here. Open Subway Surf. See which one gets in here first. Ooh, iPhone and Galaxy tied right there. Wow. Pixel was right behind it though. And check out these displays here. Beautiful displays. I think, these are some awesome displays, man. I think I like the Galaxy S21's display a little bit more. It's kind of hard to tell. It doesn't have the dramatic curve like the Pixel does. Yeah. Alright. Let's keep it going. Open Instagram. It looked like the iPhone S21 than the Pixel here. Now they have different sort of physics, I guess, on Android, because you see it's got like that sort of like it's swiping to the next post. On iPhone it has like a fluid kind of scroll. They both feel very fast though. They're running at 120 Hz, so they feel pretty fast in that regard. Actually, let's see if we can. Yeah, I can do that. I just thought about it. Let's try something else here. Open YouTube. And this time we have the Galaxy and the Pixel coming in tied with the iPhone coming in last there. And YouTube to me scrolls better on an Android app. It's like a faster scroll. iPhone kind of has like that slower scroll. Open Google Earth. iPhone, S21, Pixel right behind it here. So I think it's pretty safe to say that that's kind of like the order. Depending on, it seems like the S21 and the iPhone 13 Pro can be tied sometimes. Let's go ahead and try a heavier game like PUBG game. Open Pub Mobile. Alright, looks like the iPhone loads games super fast though. iPhone already in. And then the S21 got in, and then the Pixel was right behind it. So here's the thing about the gaming experience on these phones. They're pretty much the same, but the Pixel, it seems like this Google Tensor chip is not quite optimized. It's not quite optimized for PUBG. I believe like there's a new PUBG that is more optimized for it, but like the regular PUBG game, this still, yeah, it still is not optimized like these. So you guys see how I'm at extreme. You guys see, yeah, I'm at extreme all the way through with Ultra HD. I don't even have that option on the Pixel. But I believe someone told me like the PUBG new state is more optimized, so. But as far as like the normal, oh, there's a 90 FPS option. What? Where did that come from? So why is it? So it never came to the S21 Ultra, but there is a 90 FPS option now. So I need to see what this plays like on this one. I've only played 90 FPS on the OnePlus 7 Pro, and it is extremely smooth. But they must have just added that. Let me, because it wasn't on there when I first got it. So like I said, these can get updates and stuff like that. So it's possible that the Pixel will get an update eventually, giving it the graphic settings that it needs to actually be on to be able to take advantage of that Tensor chip. Because you rest assured it can play PUBG at the same exact settings. Very fast on the Pixel. Like I said, I dropped the full gaming test. It still feels super fast here, but let's see if I can notice a difference here. Because I believe this is 60 hertz. I mean, 60 frames. So yeah, you can kind of notice like the difference if everything feels a little bit more instant and smooth on that 90 FPS option. So that's awesome that made its way there. Super smooth. S21 Ultra, man, this phone, I think this phone's been out for a while, so they might not give it to it, honestly. But regardless, it still plays extremely smooth. So I don't have any issues with gaming performance. These all do a great job with gaming. Alright, let's go ahead and check out speaker quality, max volume, starting with the iPhone. Alright, so again, I know I did a speaker test like this a few days ago. I'm still saying that out of most flagships, the Pixel 6 Pro has the best sounding speaker, not only because it's just loud. I can actually hear the clarity of the bass on the low notes. I cannot hear the low notes on the bass on a lot of phones, including these two phones here. So that is amazing. I think Google did a great job with the speaker, and I think it's very underrated because it's not getting talked about. Because I guess people don't care about speakers like that, but honestly, they're all extremely loud, but the clarity on this Pixel 6 Pro is really amazing and really blew me away. The iPhone and S21 Ultra kind of sound tied, but it sounds like the iPhone might be a little bit more thumpier. Yeah, but I can definitely hear the low notes on the bass, which I could not hear on a lot of phones. So I think that is really impressive on the Pixel's part. Alright guys, I'm going to show you some side-by-side stills, but before I show you that, I want to talk about the camera specs a little bit more here. So on the Pixel 6 Pro, it's a 50 megapixel main lens, 48 megapixel telephoto, 4x optical zoom, then a 12 megapixel ultra wide, and then we have 4K video at 60. Then we have an 11.1 ultra wide selfie cam that shoots in 4K. So that is your, camera setup for that. And then on the 13 Pro here, we do have a triple camera setup, technically a quad camera setup. But it's a 12 megapixel standard, 12 megapixel telephoto, 3x optical zoom, 12 megapixel ultra wide as well. And that ultra wide actually acts as a macro lens. So, that's why I said technically. 4K video at 24, 30, and 60. 12 megapixel selfie cam that shoots in 4K, 24, 25, 30, and 60. So that is the specs for that. The Galaxy S21 Ultra to me has the most impressive camera specs here. So it's got an 108 megapixel lens. It's also got a 10 megapixel periscope telephoto, and then it does 10x optical zoom. 10 megapixel telephoto does another 3x optical zoom, and then you have a 12 megapixel ultra wide. This also has macro mode. It shoots in 8K 24, which is crazy. 40 megapixel selfie cam, shoots in 4K 60, and this thing can do zoom all the way up to 100 times zoom. So I'll go ahead and let you guys see those stills side by side. Alright, so that is pretty much it. Be sure to let me know what you guys thought of the comparison. Which phone would you personally go with if you had to choose from the bunch? Be sure to let me know, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.